So, where is this technology going? Joining me now from New York is Scott Schober. He is the CEO and president of Berkeley Veritonics Systems. So, it sounds cool, Scott, but what are the pros and cons of businesses that rely heavily on automation and AI, especially in the service sector like this new hotel from Alibaba?
Well, there's certainly some great savings that a hotel chain like this can appreciate because it's less humans. There's less people that are behind the counter. There's less things to coordinate and dealing with people problems. So the savings is certainly going to be seen there, one side of the coin. But the negative side, the cons there, you got to look at it. A hotel chain is a customer service business. If you remove the people out of it, what happens if you show up and you have to make an exception? If you need to get a toothbrush or something else, a room change, can the system adapt to that? What about technical glitches? Things are going to happen. What if the facial recognition is not working and now it's midnight, you can't check into your room and a long line comes? You have to bring in somebody that can now manually do the process. So there could be a lot of potential glitches and challenges that could result if it's not really proven technology, and it may not be the perfect thing for AI across the board, but there will be savings, and that's why it's so exciting to see what the cost savings will be for many of these companies.
And look, there are still a lot of privacy and security concerns. You mentioned facial recognition, other technology that was used at the hotel. What are the challenges? And moving forward, how do you eventually convince consumers to buy into all of this?
Yeah, great question. Concern certainly when I think about cybersecurity, you look at the Marriott data breach recently, how devastating that was and costly. Now we're talking about a level where you've got facial recognition. Think about when our passwords are compromised, what happens? We change our password, put a new password on. What happens when our face is compromised? We can't just put on a new face. What happens when it goes up to the cloud and it's stored there and it's compromised? What do we do? Now it's game over. So it could be a very costly mistake if there is a data breach and it's personal information such as our face. Now, some of the things you look at Apple's iPhone X, it's got incredible technology. It's got depth perception. It's actually doing 3D facial recognition. So if they're implementing that and it's encrypted, then it could be very, very effective to keep it secure. So it's got to be a balance between convenience and security to make it work effectively.
So, how much progress is actually being made in the security part of artificial intelligence? We often talk about robots taking away human jobs, but how many jobs are there right now when it comes to the back end of AI, the programming, taking care of the security aspects, the anti hacking piece of this?
It's huge, the part where they need to keep it secure and the quick deployment of AI. Everybody's jumping on board. Lots of money's being spent, billions. In the US, it's more toward military applications. In China, we're seeing more startups and venture capital is pouring money in to company after company developing AI very rapidly and quickly, which will be really good because some exciting things will come out. But again, it's got to be that balance between is it going to be secure enough? So I think more research and more testing has to be done on the security side to make sure when it is deployed, it's going to work well and safe.
And you made a great point about the human touch part of this. How likely are we to see more robots and AI in the service and hospitality industry? Because this is, as you mentioned, traditionally an area where it's all about the consumer is always right, the customer is always right. Can I get an upgrade? Hey, I got in on a late flight. Will we see more AI in the hospitality industry?
I think we will from a service perspective. Service industries need AI. It helps them. Think of a utility, a water company, or even a gas company. Say there's a gas leak, a water main break. AI can efficiently help deploy technicians to the spot that needs service quickly where they keep the minimal amount of workforce on the payroll. So being able to react quickly, adjust things on the fly, that's where AI pays off tenfold, I think, in the long run. So you don't have to hire too many people. Now, the human side of things, there will be some workers that will be phased out because they're not tech workers. What that tells you is there needs to be upskill. Workers need to learn new skills that are complementary to automation, AI, machine learning, the security aspects of it. When they have that extra skill set, then they'll be needed to support and work in parallel with these AI advances. So exciting times ahead.
All right, great information. Scott Schober in New York. Thank you.